start? Okay, this is the first chapter, yeah, the methodology, and let's divide it in the two modules, in the two parts, motifs and the rules, yeah. And let's begin with the modern technology in teaching mathematics, yeah. I mean to compare it to the conventional teaching with our aim, with our computer-based learning, yeah. So the points are the amount of acquired knowledge by 20 to 30%, teaching effectiveness by 30 to 60%, and learning rate by 20 to 80%. And what's more important, in my opinion, that activity rise by 200%. That's the conclusions. And we can also can notice study time, which is reducing. The reducing number of errors which are made while solving problem tasks, and in developing general mental fitness of students and of teachers too. What's more, they make it possible to use multimedia programs to visualize the teaching content, although to individualize the education process, especially to give the ability to teach remotely. And we can also go through the benefits of using these modern technologies in teaching mathematics in this process, which are faster and more diverse task solving. More interesting and faster discovery of patterns. Broader and more comprehensive problem solving, more accurate and correct shaping of mathematical concepts, and more comprehensive development of spatial imagination. So we were looking for some theoretical terms for some theoretical issues, which allows us to create the main idea and to find out how to make this theoretical content. And this online learning in theoretical terms are in common since the beginning of this century. An upward trend in building online platforms for distance learning can be observed in education, yeah. And this term e-learning is coming from language electronic learning, yeah, which means electronic learning. It's this phenomenon of e-learning can be defined as a form of education that uses electronic media such as internet, audio, video recordings, television, and etc. So we can say that this e-learning is a didactic process with the use of certain specific instruments. Therefore, it should be not associated only with the internet. Yeah, that's a very important thing, because we use any digital medium. Yeah. However, there are many definitions of this e-learning. So in order to understand how this understanding of this word has evolved, in next table we show you some selected definitions, and you can see some of them. Yeah. So you can take a glance at it, how these definitions could be understood. And in the on the left side, you can see this source of this definition.
The second one is not what we are.
Yeah, but
the second one is more like digital learning in the classroom.
Yeah, of course, but pay attention that these are the definition in general. Yeah, not only these ones we used. Once again.
It doesn't mean it's correct, or we agree. But the second one is more e-learning or digital learning than online learning. Online learning is when we connect by distance from our unusual understanding.
Yeah, that's why that's why we want to show you this definition. Yeah, to take a look more narrow. Okay, but some more. Yeah. There are a lot of. We chose only several. Yeah. Because there are many approaches to the e-learning. That's why there are many definitions of it.
Learning, e-learning, digital learning. Learning. Augmented learning, virtual learning.
Yeah, we've got two more. And what's important is the fact that all the above definitions have something in common, and regardless of the date.
It's the distance.
Yeah, all of them have the use of the internet as a commonality.
Yeah, but the point is this e-learning is understood as all activities supporting teaching and the education process. Yeah, using modern technologies. Learning systems allows you to use this communication technologies, visualization, and data storage at the same time. Yeah,
what we do right now could be considered in we use technology.
Definitely.
I think anything bigger that's probably considered e-learning. Probably, and maybe more than this. Yeah, what we do now is consider one type of e-learning.
Yeah, because this is understand as a educational process conducted in an online environment. Yeah, using the internet for teaching and learning, especially. So this process is not dependent on the physical or virtual location of participants. I mean, geographical space meaning. Yeah. So this learning content is delivered remotely, and teachers develop learning modules to improve this efficiency, this learning and interactivity synchronous or asynchronous environment way. Okay, and what is also worth looking is these concepts related to e-learning, which reflects the scope and scale of functionality of using digital technologies in the area of learning. So there are some issues connected with these items. Examples of different approaches here and different ways of using this digital environment or possibilities in educational processes. And we've got a lot of these examples, as you can see. And there are many smooth differences between each other. So. And of course, more and more you can find. Okay, so currently no one is surprised by the use of modern form of teaching, which is education. However, we should be aware that learning is great advance in the field of science and gives us a lot of opportunities. First message about remote learning appeared in 1728. That was in the United States, and there was an advertisement referring to a correspondence course. Yeah, the course was the sending of specific training materials by post. I mean, people to people, from instructors to students, and from students to instructors. So the first announcements in the press regarding this distance learning primarily use the lists. So the first generation is correspondence education. Yeah, in other words, delivery printed teaching materials, scripts, and other with traditional mail. And the second generation is multimedia, education based on the implementation of teaching through all these materials and simple carriers such as video and audio, interactive software. Okay. Next one, emerges of video and audio conferences as well. It's radio and television broadcasts in synchronous model. The fourth generation is so-called asynchronous model, which uses interactive multimedia as well as computer-mediated communication. And finally, the last one, the fifth generation. Which in fact we are using nowadays. And the short description, yeah, of e-learning. And this definition was made by a man, Jacek, and in this definition we can see this combining various aspects of the above approach. Okay. So firstly, when both sides are connected at the same time via remote platform, this behavior can occur in two ways. This is the first one, and the second one is probably the aim of our project. Yeah, so using various tutorials or videos without this contact when we are not connected. So we can say that this important and necessary aspect in learning is direct or delayed feedback through which the teacher receives answer from his or her student in some way. Okay, so let's take a look at some teaching content for which computer-assisted learning may be sufficient. There can be indicated several features of relevant learning content and specific audience profiles, where from the perspective of the issue of the transmitted content is optimal computer-assisted learning. And the necessary rules, definitions, and fact that the student is expected to remember and be able to use recreate from memory. And then we choose content and the introductory content. And the second dimension is important when choosing the right tools for creating a learning combined with natural interaction possible in a training group. And the content is where understanding of theoretical structures is essential, interdisciplinary, and containing different points of view and defined differently. And the last one, in which the participant is obliged to formulate and present his or her own point of view. And the third dimension, in which the ability to communicate in group are content containing knowledge that should be used, an imperative that requires practice, and knowledge that's not unambiguous or requires detailed explanations. And the next part, which are tips for creating materials, educational videos So nowadays, the media plays an extremely important role in our daily lives. Yeah, they surround us in every area of life, and more often, they are not used only for entertainment purposes. Yeah, the digital technologies significantly change culture, interpersonal communications, the nature of professional work, as well as aspects such as mathematical thinking and the way of doing it. That's the reason, and thanks to the possible videos, the needs of the modern students are also changing. Yeah? Students can become more involved in the process of constructing their own knowledge with the help of the internet and available educational sources such as videos. So modern technologies and their possibilities. Yeah, three main aspects of mathematical activity are suggested here. Yeah? According to the researchers, this is watching, analyzing, and creating are the three types of active students' involvement. Yeah. So first one is watching. Is visualization is an important tool used in problem solving. When students need many opportunities to visualize concepts, solutions, theorems, and definitions, and videos provide just. The next one is watching educational content. And this is a strategy that allows students to gather information from many sources, which are not lacking these days. In addition, professionally prepared videos can be used in educational and at every level as an introduction to new mathematical concept and process, and they can engage students in class to express their own observation and reasoning while discussing what is shown or said in the video. And the last one. Watching these educational videos engage students in richer discussion that in the long run have helped develop a more conceptual understanding of math and provide a starting point to stimulate mathematical thinking process. Okay, and now we can go to the analyzing. Low consistent use during problem situations. Not only in mathematical, but also in life context. And the next one, the analyzing math videos, is described as the process of breaking the complex whole into parts. Yeah, in mathematics, both models and situations are analyzed so that the function describing the dependencies are possible to define. The next one. It means that students need time and the right tools to learn to analyze the information contained in the educational content. So videos offer numerous analytic opportunities. Yeah. and the creation. Which can support the creative thinking process. And now when we are talking about these videos at different speeds, yeah, it gives the ability to pause the material and allows them to reflect, I mean, students, to reflect over what has just been presented, yeah. So a given situation and concept is, they can always undo the video, yeah. And during sessionary classes, they do not have such an opportunity, yeah, which can be problematic for students at every level of the education.
We can call it now micro lessons and micro learning. They call it micro lessons.
Micro lessons? But you are talking about this project we discussed in Saloniki? No? No?
No, I saw a new page.
Ah,
Micro lessons, then it's more or less. We used micro learning, right?
we tried to. We tried to.
I saw it now in the American middle. They
But is this the same idea?
The title is utilizing information discussed in micro lessons to enhance STEM student research. It's the project they learn. This the idea of the learning stations in the future school is they call it micro lessons. But somewhere they do talk about micro learning also. I will forward.
Well, you can share it with us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so take a look at a new type of audience and the changes in the teaching staff training process. So we can find some kind of division of educational process. As we probably agree, the technology has had a significant impact on student and teaching. Yeah, and in our field, in the field of education, all these multimedia applications are used not only in the form of entertainment, but also in the learning process. Yeah? So they are designed to develop knowledge, to develop skills, and to find some attitudes and stimulate students' choices, yeah, feelings, attention, willingness to improve and control the learning process. So multimedia is one of the most effective educational means at the moment, and this is the division made by Octavius Lilian in his article. So we can classify this group amongst these video materials. So one of these effective and practical media used in education are video media. And we can see the videos as a part of all of this that help students to achieve some teaching goals. Step-by-step solutions, and the lecturer's comments. Yeah, importantly, students report that thanks to the video materials, they had more time to review and absorb the content. Yeah, there was also information that thanks to the use of the modern form of the course, their motivation, I mean, students' motivation to learn has increased. And also there is a need for changes, yeah, in the educational process, which has been noticed and examined by many researchers. And many studies have been conducted at various levels of education, but the results always has been the same. So we can see once again, yeah, that thanks to the fact that they were placed on the platform, they had more time to acquire knowledge. I mean the results here of this research. And what's more, using lectures in the form of videos were more motivating them to learn than traditional lectures. And some students even felt the content of the video almost as if the teacher was presenting and explaining the content to them, suggesting a more personal view of the experience. So we can say that these results indicated that the use of short videos as a teaching method in the content of mathematics, it's encouraging to take them into account when developing teaching methods. Yeah. So we can see it as a result that the students become more independent, yeah, and they are able to search for interesting content, learn to think critical and analyze content, and therefore, as the task of the teacher, especially during the first years of education, is to encourage and organize classes in such a way as to stimulate and encourage the students to work independently. And two more remarks from them. Okay. And at least some rules for creating material. The first one is a combination of image with spoken text. According to the conducted research, there is a very thin line between memory overload and optimal cognitive load. Yeah, this means that in order to learn from videos as effectively as possible, we should focus our students' attention and our attention on the theory of cognitive load. Yeah? So this is the first hint. The second one is to use distinctive elements. To keep the viewer's attentions, which is hard, as we probably all know. The next one is to avoid viewer distraction. And maintaining the optimal length on the recording, which we discussed. Especially because of these apps popular among the students, like TikTok or Instagram, content from short movies here, not as long as half an hour. The next one is to take care about appropriate structure of the film, of the video. And addressing the viewer directly. For example, the hint is not to use so many formal language here, and to address the viewer in the second person singular, which can give the film a more personal character. What's more, we can say it's some kind of enthusiastic speech. Yeah, it's also important. So, like I said, the length of the video. Yeah. So you can see it should depend on the difficulty of the material too. some experts says that the optimal video length is up to 20 minutes. Of course, when we are talking about the about internet in general, yeah, you can the length of the movie depends on which platform we are going to publish. So, for example, YouTube has no restrictions, but some of them and we can see the percentage of engagement according to the length of the videos. Yeah? As you can see, it is shorter than 10 minutes. This engagement was close to 100%, and the longer one gives about 20%. So we can also see some structure of the movie, which contains from introduction, general part, yeah, where the task is presented, yeah, some tasks for self-solving to the teachers, to the students, sorry. And the conclusion and summary as the last part of the movie. Okay, so we can go once again through the language and see some hints how to use language and how to be so we have to think about the language we are using. Yeah, we definitely have to plan it. I mean, plan the script of the video. Yeah. Okay. We have to think about the visual side of the movie. About the content. Okay, and we cannot forget about some technical matters connected with this process. Okay, in fact, it's all when talking about this performance, this presentation. We prepared some handouts for you. to exercise connected with these topics. And there are several, I mean, six questions, six points to discuss. And I would ask you to, yeah, you too. Why not? Let's try to put it for several minutes. Think about the concept. We asked our students, and the feedback was that they choose it in some different ways. Yes, some of them prepare 15 minutes movie for gifted students, and the second one for an average, and some of them just another way. I mean, for example, give this shortest video for the poor. I mean, for the weakest. Yeah. So try to choose your concept. Yeah. Try to choose your way out, and go through these six points. And I hope we will discuss it a little bit after several minutes, so 10 or 15. Okay, so do we all agree that 50 minutes is made for the gifted one and so on? Or some of you want to settle it in different way?
I prefer the other approach. 50 minutes for four, 30 minutes for average, and 25 for 50. I think that 45 can be very important for a
Mhm.
poor student. And probably cut before the 45. So only the freaky people can wait 45 minutes and see the different 45 minutes. I understand that probably is not the approach we are using in the platform, but for my personal videos, I will do it in the other way.
There was only one person among our students who said that this 30 minutes is for gifted. Yes, it always was 15 for gifted, 35 for poor one, or 15 for poor one and 45 for gifted. Okay, anybody else? Some comments? Any comments?
I agree, because this way you can give more advanced examples to the gifted students, and they will have the patience to watch longer. Actually, I think 45 minutes are too long for a video, and I think I belong in that population that my attention span can last only up to 15-20 minutes. Anything above 20 minutes, I will not watch. Very much.
Much technology is there to advance. We can offer a 45 minutes. I can stop and start any time I want. Why is a 45 minutes video the problem for me? If I can stop and start it any time I wish. So if I want to watch 5 minutes now, 5 minutes later, I can do it. Secondly, there are two philosophies of the long video. The long video to teach slowly and more analytically, with more examples, so that weak students can understand the content. Or use the 45 minutes to advance the level. So it depends how you want to do a lesson of 45 minutes. The philosophy of this project was to keep the same material in 45, in 30, 50. So there is no advancement within the longer period. So that was not the goal or the idea behind it. So, and also the 45 minutes is really to copy what is happening in the classroom. So usually the classroom time is 45 minutes or 40 minutes. So it's just to transfer that lecture that came into the classroom to deliver it into a video. And then we thought to operate in 30 minutes to count for 30 students, and the same material to 15 minutes. And it was always a challenge, even for me, to try to make some examples, to teach the same thing in 3 different time frames. You cannot satisfy anybody at all levels of students. But the video is very flexible for me, because I can stop and start any time I like. Nobody is forcing me to really watch a 45 minutes, because it's not one-time play. I can use it as I wish. And if I have the tools, I can break this video in pieces myself.
Yeah, I understand. We are not going to change it. But probably if you present many 5 minutes video chunks, separate this video. For the students is better. They see a small.
I want this to discuss and then only part 1, part 2, part 3.
And if they see 45 minutes, probably they are going to see 2 or 3 minutes, or after that they are going to stop. Instead, if you evaluate, okay.
So you're talking about the 45 minutes or maybe like 9 videos of 5 minutes each?
For example. We are covering the same,
Or even
but
10
with smaller
minutes, 15, yeah, yes.
Yes, we discussed this when we were in previous meeting involved, and that's why we consolidate the have two types, type A and type B. And type A is the idea that is described in the project suggestion, and because the point of the teachers. Most teachers think that the students will not watch so long videos. That's why we agree to make another type B, which is the case we suggest. So we suggest two options for the teachers who will use this project in future.
Okay, and what about the next question? Because I strongly believe that this concept mentioned here is the best. I mean, to be visible at the beginning and then at the end. What do you think about it?
I agree with being visible at the beginning and at the end. But from the teachers, our teachers that make the videos, they prefer to show their faces during the whole duration of the video.
I mean,
So they wanted to be present there in the
teachers.
video, their faces,
Mhm.
so that students know who is talking and be more concentrated. That's what they thought. And they decided to have the videos with their faces.
But during the lesson,
Yes.
yeah, not during the movie.
During the movie, during
Ah,
the video lesson.
But connecting in a synchronous way or asynchronous way.
Even in a single way,
Yes.
to be able to have that kind of digital eye contact where the student thinks that he's like the presence of the teacher is like
He's
somewhere
still
over there.
supervising, yeah.
So yeah, it's not just a video, a YouTube video that you can like play around and play back on. You sh- to keep them more focused and put them on this kind of attitude towards learning. So as a teacher, he's doing something, so you need to keep your eyes open. You know, otherwise, don't watch the video. They need to understand that that's like, I'm going back and forth with the teacher, even if it's asynchronous, because they will listen to what he or she has to say. Then they will probably do maybe some activities or ask them, or maybe go to the class the other day, the next day, and ask them. I saw that video, so it keeps kind of that connection between the teacher.
Okay. I'm asking because some students told me that they are more focused on the task when there is no picture of teacher, yeah, when no one gazing at them during the lessons. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Yeah.
We posted it's a reported video, it doesn't make it, it's only psychological aspect. On the psychology of students.
How they feel.
If you do this PowerPoint, voice over PowerPoint, you can put your picture
Yes.
over there, maybe the
Yeah,
That's what we
that's the point. That's the point. Yeah, that's the point we are discussing. Yeah, some of them don't.
probably sometimes the teacher disturbs.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes it's okay because the video is closer. If they see the teacher, but if the video is small, definitely okay, but the video is very long. And the teacher is always in the screen, probably it happens the thing that we're talking about.
Yeah, but
They only focus to the teacher and not on the, I don't know.
they say that it's nice to see the teacher at the beginning to settle some connection, yeah, and then at the end to say goodbye, yeah, for example, but not during the all period. Yeah.
And also, I think it depends on the platform that teacher is using, because on some platforms, it's not possible to see the teacher. So I think it depends on this.
Okay. What about this additional interactive materials? What do you think about it?
What interactive means,
Actually,
Yeah.
no materials.
QR codes, some kind of additional. No, during the video, yeah, at the end of as some additional tasks to solve for students.
I think it's useful as long as there's a way for the student to see the
Results.
the correct answer.
Also useful. Oh, sorry. Because it helps to split the video in chat. But the problem is about the board.
Yeah.
And why they cannot, because they might be doing it on their own. But if you use a tool like a Trello or something where you say, okay, now go and post an idea or something that you thought, then they could be referred to an environment that other students are going to be there as well, all led by the same video. So even in an asynchronous way, they will have an exchange of like ideas with their peers, which we don't have in this video.
Nice idea.
And the main thing is what you mean, but they all have to be connected at the same time.
It doesn't mean they can be at whatever time they want to, they will put the note in the dashboard or something, and then the student, maybe the first one won't be able to see the comments of other students, but as this process goes, they will be.
I totally agree with you, but when it's asynchronous and then you have the videos there and for many years, so it's not the picture for a year, maybe you cannot control what is.
You can go and erase the Blackboard, let's say, every beginning of the year and have it for your new class. Or
some exercises are good as well. And there are some platforms where we can do some tests and the teacher could receive the feedback. So it's good for the teacher and he will be able to adapt the lessons and to improve them. If needed.
This is connected with the fifth also, yeah, with collection, some feedback, some.
We could do it for both purposes.
Exercise the students
And
about
to our
students
feedback.
because they will be satisfied that they're learning something new by the video. If they make questions correctly.
that was a good point because they can both do some things to evaluate at what extent the students met the learning objectives, but they can also use that for some kind of self-evaluation and go back and change, like if they say that we got bored in this 5-minute like part, then the teacher may revise in the next year to make that part more interesting or something.
Okay. Any other comments on it? So I think we are done for this part. Thank you very much.
Thank you.